Greetings and salutations, and I'm back with some more Astroneer. Alright, where did I leave off? I have quite a bit of bytes. Quite a bit of bytes. Awesome. I need... wait, not drill mod. I need... solid thrust engines. Auto arm. Do I really need automation rate yet? Probably not. I need off-world technology, so solid fuel thrusters a yes. That I do need. Do I have the ability? VTOL. Man, that'd be great, wouldn't it? It's a mission completion reward, though, so that's gonna be a problem. Large active. Wait, did I say large active storage? What's the difference between active and passive storage? Vertical storage that can be slots that can be activated. Oh, okay, cool. That explains that. Is that a ring? Large stack platform. Interesting. Lots changed, actually. Chemistry lab wouldn't be bad. Print filter. Toggles visibility of categories and slotted printers. E? Visibility of what? Anyway. I need a off-world ready. Actually, I should probably build a shredder too. That requires iron, which means my first planet that I would land on would have to be something that is iron capable. Anything with hematite, which I think is Sania? I think Visania's got that. Wait, copper and glass. Costs 2,000 bytes though. Medium battery wouldn't be bad either. Then I'd have to get lithium, which that requires DeSolo. DeSolo? I think DeSolo's got lithium. Where on earth is the... is it just a baseline technology that I have? I got the buggy, but I didn't have a seat for it. Be under the large printer. That's soil centrifuge. Large printer 3 compound, and I don't have any. Shock and awe. Well, can I print a seat? Hope I can. Automaton 900. Resipound and diamond. Resipound is silicone and plastic. Interesting. Rover seat. 2 compound. Shock. One thing I don't have. What? Pretty sure there was compound over here somewhere, wasn't there? That was graphite. That's what that was. I'll need that for graphene oxide. Might as well grab this research. I'll grab that research too. I know I have one back at the base, but might as well just slap it up. Well, wait a minute. I can always ditch it later in case I find something else. Leave it to me to get it stuck. Really? Normally I put a battery on this thing, but I think the base needed the battery. So I just put a light on it instead. There's compound. So long as that wind turbine works, I should have plenty of resources. See, I've thought about doing a game playthrough, pretty much of Astroneer, where I have I just use mobile command. So like I don't actually have my base. I just try to beat it with anything that's mobile, which is unlikely because you have to actually like mine all of the stuff off of every planet. So that means I would have to take a large spaceship to other planets with mobile equipment. Whoa, wait a minute. What are you? Okay, that explains that. I'd have to take a large spaceship to other planets with a whole bunch of mobile equipment, such as a large rover, etc., and batteries on it, and RTGs, and make mini RTGs for my personal backpack, so that I can actually do things. I want to get a paver, and the other thing, and have a medium, like a medium rover, so to speak. But the problem with that is it takes a bit to get there. That's going to go there, and then this over here is for the large burner. Now, see, I don't mind the jump jets here. I mean, it provides 50 boosts. Additional boosts when jumping. I have scrap, too. Quite a bit of scrap. That's salvage that needs to be turned into scrap. Whoops. Really? Why don't you go in the buggy? Why not connect to buggy? There it goes. Attaches it to buggy, immediately ditches buggy in a crevasse. Beautiful. So the buggy will function as a quicker mode of transit, but you definitely need a battery backup for it. You can't just leave that one all on its own, because it'll be completely chalked if you do. Where's the battery? Is the battery on my back? It is. Aha. I was like, wait a minute. I knew I had a battery. Alright. So now we need to not do exactly what I just did there. Well, that's just peachy keen, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, I really need the paper. 100% need the paper. The only other downside to the buggy is that, woo, aside from me just throwing it down the chasm, is the fact that you can't plug it in anywhere, which means I can't plug it into the massive alien structures and power them, which is tragic for sure, but it is what it is. I really don't like the crevasses. Ooh, Silva Shell. He sent me a message. Who was it? It's a negligible message right now. It's not crucial or critical by any means. So, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down now. That's the other problem with the buggy is it goes way too fast. I mean, it's not the fastest thing I've ever piloted. It was a previous playthrough. My friend and I put jet propulsion. We put hydrazine thrusters. Really, we put 2 sets of hydrazine thrusters on the back of a on the back of a medium rover, and we orbited it. Like, you can literally, we built a ramp and then we basically put it up into orbit. And yes, it is possible. I don't recommend it, but it's possible for sure. Now, if I had extra wind generators on my back right now, don't. Awesome. Don't you just love it? I know I do. I have to tunnel up and out. Means I have to build up a little bit, like that, and then do sort of this sort of thing. I have to make it high enough so that I can actually fit through. Yeah, I know. I'm off. I'm away from the oxygen, and I'm away from my machine. Daylight. Wow. I really jammed it in there, didn't I? Wow. Can I get my buggy back, please? Thank you. Well, that was an interesting little side jaunt, wasn't it? I still need to find other things. Crash sites, remnants. That's what I need to find. When I find those, I can actually start working toward getting like medium solar panels and everything. Which I should have brought along the tractor for that, so then I could have actually carried the medium solar panel. But I'd even settle for small solar panels and batteries and stuff like that. I've never had this lack of crash sites, former astroneer crash sites, that there was no just abandoned technology like this right here. And this one's not even a good one. Like, there's nothing here of value except for the dynamite, which Yeah, see? That debris is awful. Like, that's not even worth... I would have to bring along a portable shredder. Anybody else have that issue where they just roll the buggy over on everything? Seems to be exclusive to me today. Wait a minute. That's a circular cave over there. I'm gonna go investigate that. I mean, I have enough power in this thing to last me until the wind picks up again. Now, there are planets where the wind never really stops, at which point, I mean, you probably... Pretty much every single person has probably played Astroneer. And if you haven't, it's a fun game, trust me. I mean, it is about... It's like space exploration, but everything is completely distortable. Like, you could distort every single thing on every single planet. And in certain planets, like Atrox, it's hazardous to do certain digging on Atrox. Because you'll just fall. Hopefully I get to the point where I can use not necessarily solid fuel thrusters, but hydrazine thrusters, and I can try to orbit the machine again. Whoa, that's copper. I need that. I want that. Give it to me. Need it, want it, gotta have it, copper. You dare do that, Boogie. It's quite a bit of copper, actually. Draining the battery out of my buggy like you wouldn't believe. Just search for this copper. Now, imagine if we actually go to the point, get to a point where we're doing interstellar travel. Do you think that it would be feasible, or that we would try to go to a planet just for the resources? There's organic. I didn't really want that. Because if you think about it, right? Like, realistically think about it. How much iron and steel would you need, realistically? Not a whole lot. But you go to another planet, like, let's say Mars, our next closest planet. Assuming you're not talking about going to Venus. You go to Mars. Okay. We know that there's a lot of iron there, hence the red color. But do we really need that much iron? Now, there's plenty of it here in the ground, and through efforts of melting and through efforts of smelting and basically creation of slag, you don't really need that level of raw mineral anymore, right? Like, iron mining isn't as egregious. Yep, that's not working. Not enough. Didn't have quite enough power there. Another one of those things over here. Creepy sounding things. Really, no room for tethers? I don't really need the organic, it's everywhere. Take the tethers. I'll take the work light. Makes me wonder. Oh, those are oxygenators. Never mind. Really makes me wonder, like, who were the failed astroneers? They came down here and just didn't make it. Like, they never really explained that. They just, yes, you have astroneers that didn't quite survive planet fall. Okay. Fair, I'll give you that. That's definitely a hazard of the job. But what happened to them? Like, you see their remains, you see their backpack, you see their little mission tab, like when you press tab, that thing that was left behind. Where's the remnants of their base? Why didn't their base get made at all? Ooh, hello. Is that a switch? That's a research sample. I like that. Ammonium. Alright, so what do we got here? Aluminum. Dynamite is the problem here. I like the small canister. Don't really need a squeaker horn I can leave behind. Sorry, squeaker horn. The aluminum I like. The copper I like too. So, what are we looking at here? It's finished copper. That's tethers. Do I really want to keep the tethers? I don't really need them. I mean, I've got enough compound. I can make tons of tethers. So I'll take the material. There's nothing else, huh? Get in there, organic, you worthless heap. Is there anything else in here? Like, nothing else at all. Okay. Just checking. I do like that the buggies and everything give you unlimited oxygen. I think if you had to manage that oxygen when you're next to a buggy or a tractor or a rover of some description, I think that would get almost untenable. And you wouldn't be able to sit there and really maintain it. Ooh, hello. Another floodlight. Like it. So, I want that. I also want this. Now, here's where we've hit the bind. What do I leave behind? I don't want to leave the curious items. I have a feeling that if I leave those behind, I'm going to regret it. And I'm not leaving behind the solar panel. Absolutely not. So it looks like the raw resources I'm going to leave behind. As terrible as that sounds. Okay. It's a lot of work lights. Sure. Those items creep me out, but I love them. It's almost like you almost have to collect them. All right. Now we need to find my way back to base. I got the thing I wanted most, which was the solar panel. I mean, yeah, I can build them eventually, but having solar panels allows me to put this. Well, I don't want to put the solar panel on this because if you're in a cave, you obviously don't get the solar energy. But if you are in a cave and you have the wind turbine, the wind always hits you even if you're in the cave. So wind is the preferred form of energy in this game, aside from RTGs, of course. I've spent my time flipping this buggy over more than driving it. And I managed to flip it again. This reminds me of that meme. It's like when they ask to drive to have you drive them anywhere, you're like, yes, but did you die? It's essentially the same meme. So there's one of those things over there. But the question is that the one that I'm aware of? Oh, we've come across a new one. Getting to be that all I'm gonna have is lights. Seriously, all I'm gonna have is lights. There we go. Now, don't worry about all the lights coming off me. It's fine. Good thing they don't burn power. So I know for a fact that I'm not in the right area. So I'm gonna find my way back. Okay, so this requires power. So I figure if we do this, we hook them up in series. Obviously, it's not going to do anything yet. It needs to be daylight, number one. It needs to have wind. Once I get both of those, I might be able to pop open the thing. So where am I? In the middle of nowhere. Nope, 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 nope. Come on, sunlight, come up over the horizon. Between that and the wind generation, and the battery, I could definitely open this thing. I'll just resituate all my lights while I wait. There. Oh, of course, it's turning into nighttime. So that's gonna be just peachy keen. Okay, you get on there. We'll get out of here. You could technically just run this on the wind turbine alone, but it's always good to have the battery backup for time when there's no wind and you're just kind of sitting there dead in the water, and you have to wait for the wind to blow. It's always just beneficial to have that battery backup. That and when you're out and you're drawing off the power when you're using your drill mod. and you're using your not boost mod, but terrain mod. When you're using those modifications, those burn power off your backpack. So having yourself connected to a buggy or any form of power source and having a battery backup is beneficial. Okay. Another light. Well, I'm gonna save all of these things. I have a feeling once you collect them all off of a planet, something happens. Otherwise, why would there be so many curious items? Ooh, wait. That might be the beacon I'm looking for. That might be the one that I've experienced and I've run into, and then I can navigate my way back to my base. Otherwise, we're going to be lost in space, away from the base. Oh, that's familiar. There is. Now, it's good to have the 2 soil canisters, because then you can actually get... It's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Okay. Is if you have the 2 soil canisters, you can actually fill up a, what's this called there? Soil centrifuge in one series of canisters. Really? So I spent most of my time with this thing on its back. Where's that alien structure? There it is. Really? I love how it's a lightweight vehicle, but yet it doesn't help. It doesn't do anything. Like, it's terrible to navigate with. And then when you're me, you just end up rolling it over multiple times. Aha! So this is back closer to my base. Ooh. Hello, ammonia. I think that's the way I came from. Is I built a bridge. Yeah, see right there. Okay, region plains. That's not where I need to be. I need to go to the region crevasses. Just not at light speed. Of course, my base lands in the worst position ever. So, no shock there, huh? Another one? Another one. Ooh. Alright. I have to start leaving some lights behind now. Now where? This is back out to the plains, isn't it? It is. That's not where my base is. My base has to be off this direction then. Bug trying to fly up my nostril. And no, driving your vehicle does not create the wind required to power the vehicle. You'd figure it would, but no, it doesn't. Because you're driving forward, and to be like that would be an infinite power glitch, and they don't want that. Okay, not the way I'm going. Not the way to my base. Climber this thing is not. I know I was over at that alien structure because I built that bridge. And that wasn't the one that I built to get out of the place. So that means I was there once before. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Never seen those trees before. Okay, get around it? Genius. This is just an unwieldy beast. And the forest is an unwieldy beast, too. Not a fan of the forest. Well, not a fan of the forest in Astroneer. The forest, the game, wonderful game. Great game. The forest in Astroneer, absolute one of the worst zones to be in. I wonder something. I don't know how long it is till the dawn, but now that I have a few of these things, do I have now? Do I have the power? Not that. Trying to grab it, it won't let me because the game is just arguing with me. That's not helpful. We're not going to do anything yet. We need the wind to kick in, and we need the sunlight to show up. And it's a far off time from sunlight, but it does give me time to plot. Not that. I need the Astropedia. Planets. I need iron. Valerite and wolframite. Malachite, wolframite, lithium titanite, hematite, Novus. Interesting. Not enough power. I do need both solar panels and the other thing running. Both solar panels and the wind. If I can get this to go down, I should be able to activate it and see where I am on the planet versus where my base is. Because I believe this is a teleportation node, if I recall correctly. But as it stands, I'm looking at... Oh, there's more wind. I'm looking at what? hydrogen and sulfur on Calidor. Hydrogen, argon, and nitrogen on Methane. Hydrogen and methane on Novus. Hematite is found on the surface there, so that there's argon and glacial. I could find iron there. Iron would be easy. Atrox is just a gas planet. So I'm thinking Novus because I get lithium and hematite. So there's those, and then I get hydrogen and methane. So that'll give me hydrazine. And I get the iron there, so that's helpful. But it's a matter of, can I get there? And I don't know. It's really interesting. Like if I get, I mean, I obviously with a solid rocket booster, I can get to Novus. But then once I'm there, I need to find something that can. I need to find iron to bring back, and I also need to find. I don't need the lithium straight away, but getting the lithium would be beneficial. So, interesting. Please look at this. They're all different. See, now they all say global stability 100%. Now they say 94, 92, 100, 100, 94, 92. Like, see what it, like, why does it change? They're all different. No. Okay. Just draining the battery now. Of course, the sun is up, but now the wind is gone. Not enough. Not enough power. There's not enough power. That's a shame. I was hoping I was going to get enough power and I can actually do something. Wow, can I actually attach things to vehicles and everything, or am I just a fool? Don't answer that. Alright, so I didn't have enough power with the 3. If I got a 4th, I would have enough power. But they'd all have to be active and running for that to work. This is back out in the plains. There's got to be something I'm missing. Like, I need to find my way back. Just play over there on the surface. Ooh, beacon, found it. Working my way back to you. Civilization. I could make more solar panels. Be interesting. Might be able to get one of those alien structures to open up. I know I still have to go all the way down to the core to go solve that big old mystery. Alright. You need to go, like, over there and relax. This needs to become Solar Place. I just lost a whole bunch of stuff out there. But I'm going to have this thing festooned with curious items. Stick with me. See, you'll learn words like festooned and skullduggery. Alright. So I need this to be... Where's my... There it is. There you go. I've got aluminum. I've got that. Well, actually, wait. Can I make iron here? Real quick. Compound resin, organic clay quartz. Graphite. Compound. So I need... place to put the large printer. I need another large platform B. Or just a large platform A. I think it's just going to be a large platform A. Wait. There, put some actual power to it. No. The wind is kicked up. There we go. I need to make a... interstellar ship. Eyes on lithium, talking tungsten. Schematic for a medium generator. Parts unknown. QT, RTG, and a field shelter. Print small shuttle. Print and install oxygenator in shuttle. Print and attach solid fuel thruster. Okay. So that would be this whole thing. Which, by the way, when I go to the next planet, I'm going to take the soil centrifuge with me. Because it only makes sense. Is if you think about it, right? You put your soil centrifuge and then you have unlimited resources in terms of I have not researched it. So that is a large device. Very large device. I do need to research it. Where is it? It's under this, isn't it? Massive wind turbines. Sensor array, sensor canopy. That's sensor hoops. Under the vehicles. It is under the vehicles. Interesting. Rail station, huh? I don't really want the rail station yet. I don't really need the landing pad either. The large rover would be nice, but I don't have the exo chips. I need those. Actually. Solar array would be great, but there's no way I'm going to get my hands on graphene or the aluminum alloy yet. Where we're going, we aren't going to need roads. Medium solar would be great. We are headed to Novus. That is the place we are headed to next. So what does Novus have for a... Sun is high, wind is high. So that's great. Medium solar will work just fantastic. I happen to have 2 aluminum right here. Not there, you'll fall. Hmm. Well, at least I can burn up the organic. And I says I need glass, right? It'd help if I actually had those plugged in, wouldn't it? We'll pause that for now. Let these other things finish, like the glass and the space shuttle. I also need to print the other thing, too. The solid fuel thruster. Aluminum and ammonium. Almost looking at a one-way trip. So what did I need the glass for? I need to print the oxygenator, too. Oh yeah, we can drop off the work lights here. Sweet. So we'll put you here, unpack you, switch you back on, and then slap you underneath. I just need an oxygenator. Aluminum and ceramic. Zinc. Really? I don't have any ceramic, and I don't have any aluminum. Spectacular. Can get clay, but no aluminum. Cool, that research is done. Power generation on the next planet is going to be hard. That's what I needed the glass for. Medium solar panel. That's what I also needed the copper for. I can't get copper here. So, rip-a-doodle. Not too worried about getting that. I take those solar panels. I need the oxygenator first and foremost. Aluminum and ceramic. I've got the ceramic. Well, almost. Then I gotta go down and get the aluminum. Once I get down and then get the aluminum, we're good to go. So now I can just slide down here and get the aluminum. Wait, that's not where the aluminum is. It's down in a different crevasse. Oh yeah, it's over this way, I think. It's hard telling anymore. Is it this way? Ah, here we go. Head through the compound forest. It's all zinc. Oh, laterite, aluminum material. Never mind. I stand corrected. Disregard, I am an idiot. Didn't want that. A minute there, I thought that was the zinc material. It was a big, well, that's not what I was looking for. Well, there's a whole bunch of the glass right there. Quartz. Once I get to Novus. Okay, so we can start smelting some of this material here. All I need is one. Ooh. Put that in, and then I get... I forgot what I get for a reward. Also gonna need one of these. Because if you don't put the beacon on, you make mistakes, and that's bad. Alright. Oh yeah, I get the RTG. Oh wait, that's a solid rocket booster. Take that with us. Wait, do I need the beacon? I don't need the beacon then. So now I have an RTG. Okay. 2 parts unknown. Actually, it's Novus. People go to solo for their first planet. Not me. I'm like, yo, Novus. Hydrogen, methane, hematite, lithium. I need to find a good place to lay down here to settle this down. Oh, I don't like any of those locations. Let's go over there. I'm going to put down a shelter, too. Okay. It puts me in a crater. Great. Absolutely great. Perfect. It doesn't have any slots on it, does it? It's got a little RTG on it. That's cool. Provides power, oxygen, and has thrust. Don't really need an oxygenator, do I? Because this provides oxygen. Yeah, save point power and oxygen. So I don't need the oxygenator here. But to keep the RTG on me, but to keep the thruster on me. The small solar generator should be great. Wait, there's spots up there? Oh. There's power spots too. Here, let's move you over a little bit. Okay, so now that I'm here on Novus, they said that there's surface hematite. So we're gonna build a nice little ramp leading up and out of here. Mind you, I don't have any sort of compound here. At least compound on me. So that begs the question, how am I gonna get stuff? Ah yes, location craters. Beautiful work, me. On one planet, it was crevasses, and on this planet, it's craters. I am just... I'm doing great. Doing great. Yeah, I know. Oxygen's running low. I know. There's compound over there. Good. Cool, I'll be able to make tethers in a matter of minutes. I'm going to be ending the video here, though, very shortly. Oops, not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Not generator. Tethers. Whoa. Whoa. Of course, I picked the worst possible location to land. If it wasn't for these terraforming thing, I wouldn't be able to do any of it. Why you always carry a soil canister. We're gonna... Probably gonna explore a little bit more. Oh, well, well. We planted to grow a fractal rose bloom. Give me this. No. Taking it back with me. I need hematite. I wanted to find some, but you know what? We're gonna come over here. We're going to smooth this out. We're gonna come up here, back to the base. Call it a day. Oh, need to take that out because I don't want to go flying off and get myself slaughtered. Well, at any rate, that was my trip to Novus so far. Next time I am gonna get some hematite, even if I have to go down into the caverns down here. Might even pick up some lithium too. But that'll be for next time. I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Because I know I did. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.